and welcome back to this week's vlog. If you watched last week's vlog or the previous vlog, you'll know that it was a tale of two halves, with me finishing part way through my amazing trip to Ibiza, and had so much footage and it really took a lot to edit it down because there's a lot of stuff in there that you really didn't have to be interested in seeing. Like, you know, the girls waffling with each other, etc. So I thought I would just pop on now. So what you're going to see is the second part of my Ibiza trip, and then the rest of the weekly vlog, and then I'll pop on the end just to say bye and wrap up the vlog. So roll the video.
Feel so close. Let me hear you sing this right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Well, back to reality. I have not downloaded any footage at this point, so I have no idea what you would have seen from Ibiza. And in my mind now, hopefully I would have done some voiceover, because I didn't do any sort of speaking to camera for most of the time I was there, because most of the time we was outside and it was a bit windy. But anyway, where are we up to? So we think we got back. The flight was delayed, not so much, like an hour, and the airport was a breeze. There was no issue. We'd already checked in online, and we had carry-on, so you know, it was easy peasy. They did take our bags off us because they said that the plane was full, so we had to put our weedy cases in the hold, and we had big bags, beach bags. So we were a little bit like, oh no, we're going to get stuck in the baggage mountain at Schiphol. And Annika's husband Eric was picking us up. So we were like, oh, okay, we might have to wait a while. Anyway, we didn't. We literally, as we got through to the baggage claim, within 2 minutes our bags were all on the carousel. So great. Anissa, she lives in Amsterdam, so she just got the train from Schiphol, went straight home. Her hubby was, they were like ships in the night. He was travelling away as she was landing, and Eliane, her hubby was picking her up, and they were taking their son back to university, so they were going to have a family dinner and go and drop him off. So that was nice. Also on the beach, she sent an amazing picture of the sunset in Scheveningen. If you recall one of the vlogs, that's where me and Natalie went for a day out. So it ended up that me, Annika and Michelle, with our men, went back to Michelle's, and she ordered really nice pizza from the local restaurant. And I think we were quite late leaving there, so it was nice. It was like the Ibiza after party. So anyway, the trip, I don't know what I would have said in the voiceovers, but I'll give you a little roundup of Ibiza. So it's an absolutely stunning island. I mean, and the sea is beautiful. They talk about that blue, that particular blue that the sea has there, and yeah, really, it's like a jewel. It's beautiful. The beaches, so diverse. You know, some of the beaches, like the one really close to our hotel, really fine, sandy, absolutely no pebbles, beautiful. And then some of them, we were at Esvedra yesterday. So, you know, that's the giant rock. It's supposed to have mystical properties. That beach there, if you're planning to go to Esvedra, word of warning, it's the little strip of beach that they've got is very pebbly, but going into the sea, it ranges from pebbles, so talking like this big, to stones. So if you're not steady on your feet, you're only going to go there to, you know, sort of take in the view and sit on a terrace and, you know, eat or drink something nice. But that's, if you're not steady on your feet, you're really going to struggle to get into the water. When you're in the water, it's beautiful, but getting in and out is definitely a challenge. And we had some very funny laughs watching each other get in and out of the stones. But yeah, you know, it varies everywhere you go. It's just so, you know, it's so different. And yeah, and also to get there, you definitely need a car, I would say. So what we did, I think you would have seen, we stayed one night at the city beach in Ibiza, and we had this very basic apartment, no, not an apartment, hotel room. You know, it was one night. The apartment that we did rent, you know, for the duration of the stay wasn't available just on the first night. It was fine, but it meant we got to see something different. And then in the apartment we had, which hopefully you would have seen some footage, that was really close to the marina, but everything was close to the Ibiza Ibiza city, the town, Ibiza town. So great location. If you want to go anywhere else, you need a car. So I would really recommend that you have a car. And as I said, if you're not great on your feet, you know, if you're not a good walker, or you know, you have like back or knee problems, Ibiza is very, even in the towns, it's very, you know, up and down. So that's something to remember. But yeah, we've had an amazing time. The weather was like, it was a little bit too hot, but it was beautiful. We swam, we went to hopefully you would have seen it on the footage, we went to a different beach every day. And so we swam in the sea every day, even yesterday morning. Can you believe it was yesterday morning already? For you, it's, you know, blink of an eye. You know, before we flew home, we managed to have you know, a swim in the sea. So amazing. Food, tapas, you know, bites, nibbly things, really good. What we did, I think you would have seen, we had a trip to the supermarket, and Eliane is an amazing cook, so she cooked for us. I think 3 nights we were in the apartment, because she just loves to cook. And you know, we bought really good food, and the food we bought, hopefully, I don't know if you would have seen the supermarket at least. I mean, we bought these like giant bag of prawns, like big prawns, and we actually ate them for 2 nights. You know, we mixed with other things, and it was like €4. And one morning we went for I think we went for breakfast near the first hotel we stayed at, and on the menu was breakfast with a glass of cava. So we were laughing, we said, oh, we're going to buy that. So, and I bought the second most expensive bottle of cava in the supermarket. Again, it was €4 and it was delicious. But that's the thing, if you're going to go, I recommend at least 1 trip to the supermarket. Stock up on all your water, you know, your wines, beers, whatever, because the supermarkets, and the one we went to, it was, you know, a nice one, but they have Lidl, Aldi, you know, which are going to be a bit cheaper. But just to give you an idea, one of the beaches we went to, I think it was on the 2nd day, I think, was it, or the first day, I forget now, it all blurred into one. A bottle of wine, because there's 5 of us, which meant 1 glass each, was over €40. So with 2 bottles of wine, which was like 80 something euro. So you can imagine. Yesterday at Elisabeth, I think the wine, we had a white wine, it was €20. So, you know, you can, if you go into these really sort of fancy, you know, beach locations where, let's face it, you know, all these sort of influencer types go to, then, you know, you just for like a house wine, you're going to pay, you know, €40 to €50, no bother. So talking of expense, Ushuaia, which is where we went to see Calvin Harris, which, my gosh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I don't know if I would have said this on the voiceover. It was packed, and it was actually the close of the season. So I think Eliane and Annika have been to Ushuaia before to see another DJ a few years ago, and that was more at the beginning of the season, and she said you could easily go to the bar, get a drink, and there was space to dance. So I think it was only because it was close of the season. And let's face it, Calvin Harris, in the sort of, you know, the music dance world, is one of the big ones. So I think that was the reason why it was so packed. So we were already like, okay, all right, you know, do we have a budget for the evening? Because just for a beer or a glass of wine in there was €20, and a bottle of water is €10. And so, but we ate at home. Again, Eliane had cooked an amazing dinner for us, so we drank, you know, wine at dinner. And for me, it was more that, you know, as long as I've got water, because we were just sweating, you know, top to bottom. But it was so packed, we had no chance of getting water. We could not have got to the toilet, and we could not have got to the bar and then got back to the spot we had, because it was shoulder to shoulder. So, you know, if you're a bit claustrophobic, also very scary. We were all okay. Michelle, Anissa and I, we're like the shorties in the group, and Annika and Eliane are very tall, so they sort of, Eliane was at the front, Annika at the back, and we sort of snaked our way through, sort of a bit naughty, but we pushed our way through. We got a good spot. I didn't see Calvin Harris until the very end. I actually spent, what is this car doing in front? It's no entry. Oh, well, whatever. I spent most of the evening watching the stage through people's phones because everybody was filming. But you know, it was fine. I didn't mind. It's just the atmosphere and the sound and the effects, and then towards the end, like the last 2-3 songs or so, some people had started leaving early because the place is like jam-packed, and Annika said, quick, there's a space at the fence around the pool. So I leaned out, I said, oh, there's Calvin Harris, now I see him. But if I saw him or not, it didn't matter. So if any, if any of you are planning to go to Ushuaia, or your kids or your grandkids, word and out, it's gonna be packed. If you go at the end of season for the closing, but apparently early season is fine. Drinks are mega expensive. You can I think you can buy a drinks package, but if it's so full, you're not going to get to the bar. Anyway, so Ushuaia was amazing. Oops, it's traffic. Sorry, it's one of these road bump things. Yeah, and for the rest, I mean, a lot of late nights. I've pretty much got by on less than 5 hours sleep a night, which is like, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. And even last night, we hadn't planned to go to Michelle's for dinner. So it was quite a late night and a long day. But I'm really not complaining because, like we all said, hey, we can sleep when we get home. So what am I doing today? Made a bit of a boo-boo. So tired, and the last week before I worked 2 days before I went last week, and it was quite chaotic because we've got a big event going on at the moment. I lost all track of the days, and I thought I had to be in the office today for a meeting, and I didn't. And I got up this morning, and only for the fact that Lawrence said, oh, I forgot to tell you we need petrol. See, I can't turn my neck properly. I would have checked my agenda and realised that I actually didn't need to go into the office, but because I was like, oh no, I haven't factored in, having a pit stop to the petrol station. And I got in and I was like, where is everyone? Exhausted, my eyes were like little peas. And I checked and was like, oh Dawn, you're such an idiot. It's fine. So I did, actually, it was really good that I went because my cleaner's at home. So I got out of the way. Had a very productive morning, and these AC in the office, air conditioning, because apparently while we've been living our best life in Ibiza, it's they've been having another mini heat wave here in the Netherlands, so it's gorgeous today. I think they were saying it was something like late 20s today. So I thought, okay, actually it was, it helped me. I've got petrol for tomorrow because I do have to go in for project day, and I made a really good start. I've got ahead on things. So actually, I mean, it's like, oh my god, what an idiot. I went into work and I was half asleep, and it's fine now. I'm gonna go, it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna get in, have a bite to eat with Lawrence. I'm not really caught up with him properly. A cup of coffee, desperately needed. And then I'm at home. I've got a few meetings this afternoon online. So yeah, it became a happy accident. And then for the rest of the week, I don't know, we've got no plans. I've got a load of washing to do, not just from me, from the boys, but anyway, it's great weather like this all week. It'll dry in no time. I must remember to show you. So we went to the Dalias, which is like the hippie market, which is very famous. There's a lot of these little hippie markets everywhere, but the Las Dalias, I think it's called, is the famous one, the original one. And of course, we had to go there. And on the way there, we had like not even a shower. It poured down actually. So when we got there, it was still, literally the timing was perfect. It just stopped raining, and it was overcast. So when we got out of the car, it was not a lot cooler. It was a bit cooler, but we didn't have sun on us. But halfway into the market and the sun came out, and this is the first time in my life this has happened. I had sweat pouring down my legs. And they were making jokes about, you know, oh, have you peed your pants? I was like, I actually feel like I have. I've never experienced that before in my life, and I've been to some hot countries. You know, it's not that you know, it's like the first time, you know, experiencing heat before, but we were all soaking wet, and some of the stalls, or they hang like white sheets around them to make them like a shop kind of feel, and some of them were running fans, and we were like hogging these fans. So Les Dalias, really had to go, tick it off the bucket list. It was great to see, saw some beautiful things. Did I buy anything? No, I did not. I didn't buy one single thing, for a number of reasons. The prices are ridiculous, and most of the stuff that they sell there is all available in the regular shops, like in Ibiza town, you know, downtown, whatever, the city. So yeah. Also, I feel like I'm a little sort of bit Ibiza'd out. I have got a lot of sort of boho style clothing, even before, you know, like 20 years, 30 years ago. That was like, that's always been my style, always. So, you know, I feel like it's sort of run its course, you know, for the need to be buying like new, like boho style, because my, you know, outside of my work stuff, most of my everyday stuff is either jeans and t-shirts or boho. So it's all stuff, you know, seen it all before. I didn't feel like I was getting anything special. And also with the heat, I just didn't feel like shopping. So I did, one thing caught my eye, because, you know, as you know, when we go on the boat, we've got like a sun deck that you can drop in to make it like a bed at the beginning of the front of the boat. And when it's just the two of us, or four people, depending on who we're with, we like to put the sun deck out so we can, you know, lie down, sunbathe, read a book, whatever. And I always put like, you know, blankets and towels and throws and stuff. And they had these really, really big blankets, but they're made from like a thick cotton, with like the mandalas on them. And there was a white one with a blue mandala on it that really caught my eye. And actually it was way cheaper than like a lot of these beach hawkers, mainly from Senegal. And some of them are very nice, you say no and they walk away, but some of them are really harassing you, that it's, you know, it's irritating. You know, you say no and then 5 minutes later they're back again, and some of them are begging you. There's this one woman yesterday kept saying she was pregnant, and we were all convinced she'd just, you know, stuff something up her t-shirt. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, there's this one, I was like, that'd be really nice for the boat, and it's blue and white, so, you know, it sort of, not that my boat is very posh or matchy, but it'll match the boat. And you know, the blue and white theme is like, you know, a little bit nautical. Anyway, and it was like way cheaper. The guy was asking €15. Apparently you can negotiate with some of the stall holders, but as I wasn't in the mood for shopping, I didn't. But this one was €15. It's huge. And Nissa, she's so sweet. As soon as I said I was going to buy one, she jumped up and she said, no, I'm buying it, because Anissa stayed at my house the night we were, the day before we travelled, because, you know, she lives in Amsterdam. And you know, so she said, no, I really want to buy you a gift for, you know, putting me up, which was not necessary. I was more than happy to do that. So Anissa insisted on buying this beautiful mandala throw for me. So I was like, oh, that's so nice. It was like, oh, I've got all, there's a lot of special memories attached to it. A, it's a gift from Anissa. B, it was bought from the Dalias. And, you know, I'll always have it on my boat. So super happy. So I'll remember to show you that in this vlog, hopefully. Hope I remember. You've probably seen them all before. I think years ago they were very sort of, you know, special. You didn't really come across them, but now they're everywhere. But anyway, and I thought I thought Annika on the last day ended up buying one for her boat. She also has a boat. She said, oh, what a good idea, there's such a big blanket. So she also went for a blue and white one, but I think the design is a little bit different to mine. Yeah, and I bought the boys all, you know, a little leather bracelet each, the same. And that was it. You know, didn't have the urge to sort of buy anything else. You know, it was really not, you know, nothing amazing, nothing wowed me. But I'm not complaining because, you know, everything else has been amazing. You know, my gosh, we've walked some miles. The girls some of the girls, you know, they do their steps every day. I know they definitely made their steps every day and more. So, you know, it's fine. Right, I'm almost home. I'll catch you later.
Liz Truss is elected as the leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party.
Hello. I'm not sure when I last filmed. I think it was Monday when I mistakenly went to the office when I didn't need to. Yesterday I worked from home because I thought one of my colleagues wasn't feeling well and wouldn't go in. So I said, well, I'm not going to bother. But as it turned out, he did go in, but it was fine because I was so tired and it's taken me up till today to actually feel, you know, okay again after my trip. Worked from home yesterday, didn't do anything. Worked from home today, it's my short day. It's just come up to 3:30. It has been crazy weather. I arrived home and it was like tropical. It was in the late 20s, not as hot as Ibiza, but still very hot. And now it's gone crazy. Now it's beautiful sunshine, and then the next minute it'll downpour like you can't believe. Last night we had thunder and lightning like you can't believe. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So I did promise to show you the mandala blanket that Anissa bought me in Ibiza. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. It's this really thick, like this canvasy cotton kind of thing. And Lawrence has kindly offered to come and help model the blanket with me. So we can hold it up so you can, I mean, it is quite big, but so you can see, this is it. And it's got like this sort of, what would you call it?
Isn't this called calico, the material?
Calico, the material, okay. And it's got like this ombre kind of fade effect and this lovely border around it. That'd be great. That's really good for the boat. Be nice to go on the sun deck. So, thank you, Lawrence. Come and take a bow, please. And another thing, Lawrence has just been telling me, a nice package arrived for him in the post today, which he's quite excited about. Bear with me. When Lawrence was a younger man, in South Africa they had national conscript, which is basically national service. You had to go in one of the armed forces, and Lawrence was in the army.
Infantry.
The infantry. Infantry, not inventory, infantry. And through a Facebook group he's involved in, I think.
Well, I don't know how he got hold of my details, but the guy got hold of my details looking for Alex's information.
Would you like to come and stand in front of the camera? Because I think you can hear him. Yeah, everybody knows, Lawrence. Yeah, well, look how you have to. Okay, let's.
You have to bend down.
So.
All right. Well, basically.
How did this man find you?
I've got no idea how he found me, but he found me looking for information for my best friend Alex. And Alex has passed away in South Africa. He had a motorcycle accident, and as a result of that, he died through complications, infections, blah, blah, blah. But this guy has written a book about, he was a medic in the military, in the army, in the infantry. And he wrote a book about his experiences in the army. And he got some information from me about Alex, some photographs, which he's kindly written a book about his experiences, and he's included a reference to Alex. So it was really nice to receive the book from the young gentleman's name is Stephen. Well, he's young, same age as me.
Okay. There's a picture of him on the back. Look here, there he is. His name is Stephen Addison, and that's him, Stephen.
Yeah.
And it's a first-hand account of an ops medic's journeys in the Angolan border war in the 1980s. Was you in that?
Yeah. Well, basically, as an 18-year-old kid, when you leave school, you were obliged to, well, you were forced to join conscription. You were sent away for 3 months basic training, 3 months coin-ops, which conventional warfare, then you did coin-ops, and then you were sent to Southwest Africa into active service. So it was actually into a war. And every single South African up to the year of 1994, I think it was conscripted and forced to go to the border to fight the war. And this book covers his experiences and his time in the war.
It looks really good. And also he's written, so he sent it to Lawrence and he's put a little inscription in it. I don't know if you can read it. It says, to Lawrence, here's to the memory of Alex, what was Alex's last name?
Alex
Dellis. Thank you for all your help and support. With best wishes, Steve. Isn't that lovely? So if you want a book to read, or maybe one of your guys likes war kind of books, historical stuff, go and have a look. I'm sure you can order it on Amazon, and then go and support Steve.
I'll try and find an ISBN number, and Dawn can add it to this.
It'll be on the back somewhere. But anyway, you can Google it as well. A Gentleman is Not Always an Officer by Stephen Addison. That was nice.
Thanks, Steve, if you get to watch this.
I don't think he will. But anyway, thanks, Steve.
I'll tell him.
Okay, he'll tell him. Well, there you go. Now I'm going to shrink the camera down now. As you can see, oh no, I'm a shorty. Right, so Lawrence has got his book. I've shown you my beautiful blanket. This is for the boat. It's so nice. I've got the laundry on. I put it on a timer, so there should be a load. Just finished now. Looks good outside. I think in between a rain shower, I can hang it out. Oh, another update. I have to nag Lawrence again. The hedgehog's back in the garden. I think the pool is still up. Not that anybody's using it, but we've got a little foot tray, you know, to wash your feet off before you get in the pool. And that's got, it's not pool water, it's fresh water in it. And we think it's coming looking for water because it's been so dry. Lawrence put hedgehog food out and it came and ate. So I said to him, who remembers, Lawrence bought a hedgehog house, and who remembers he was going to build it, and guess what, he's not built it. So I've said to him, build the hedgehog house, because it's coming up to autumn, fall here in, well, technically I think in a week it's autumn, but doesn't feel like it just yet. Right, I am going to sort my laundry out, and then I think, I don't know what I'm going to do. I still have to sew my dress up, but I haven't done that yet, and I might do that on Friday on my day off. Anyway, if anything interesting happens, I'll take you with me. I've literally just pulled out of the street, and then a truck, even though when I pulled out, the road behind me was completely empty, and now a truck in front of me decided to pull out and then pull back in again. Seriously, sorry, moan. It's reflecting my general mood this morning. So, in case you're wondering, on the way to the hospital for the TENS machine. Earlier this morning I had a call with the doctor from the pain clinic, so not my neurologist, the doctor from the pain clinic, to discuss how that dreadful procedure went, and Shadia saw that you know, you couldn't complete the second treatment. Where was the pain coming from? You know, was it the nerve? Or I said no, it was the procedure. But the first one's helped in terms of the tingling and the numbness. I've not got that constantly, but it's just now and again, like the hairdressers when I'm lying back in the sink, then I can feel it gets a little bit like numb here, the my finger. But it's definitely helped. But I'm still in pain and I can't move my neck properly. You know, even like parking's a bit of an issue for me. Thank goodness, you know, for mirrors. So then she said, well, let's just wait and see how it goes with the TENS machine. So I said, well, no, that's not what I was expecting. I would like to try the cortisone, because that's what was offered to me in the first place. And you know, I'm at that stage where I'm annoyed now that why didn't I just have that instead of that stupid zappy thing. Anyway, so she said, oh well, I don't know. And I said, well, 2014 I had it for exactly the same injury on the right side, and the neurologist checked the MRI scan between 2014 and now, and that disc is it's not herniated, it's the right side is good. Oh, so I know it works. I've had a good reaction for it. So she was like, well, do you have any allergies and da-da-da? She's like, no. So she said, well, okay, then, well, first we tried the 10s, and then we have to wait a period between when I had the radio frequency thing done and the second one. I don't know why she said that, because it was perfectly okay for me to have 2 procedures 1 week apart a month ago. So now it's not. So anyway, it's fine. If not, I'll just call the neurologist directly. So I have to wait for that. Oh, see, even this is hurting. And then, yeah, I'm off to get the TENS machine. Waffle. Also, this morning, well, yesterday, Lawrence put this car in for it's APK, which is in England it's MOT, like the roadworthiness certificate. And I was like, oh my gosh, because this car is really old now, and there's a lot of little things starting to go wrong with it, and we're even having a discussion about whether to replace it or not. We're waiting for the winter energy bills to come in before we decide, you know, what to do. So this was the decider. I mean, if this was like €1,000 bill. Oh, hold on. Sorry, that was so funny. That was the pain clinic phoning me. I think they were phoning to make the appointment for the cortisone injection. She said, are you in the car? I said, yes. Oh, I don't know. So I said, well, I'm on the way to you. Got an appointment at 11. Oh, surely they would have known that. So she said, no, I'll speak to you when you get here. I said, okay. Oh, stuck behind these trucks. Anyway, waffle. So Lawrence dropped the car off, the Chevy, this Chevrolet, sorry, at the garage yesterday, and we know the owner is you know, him and Jobs and the mechanics are brilliant. We recommend them to everybody who lives in our area. Even we recommended him to Linda and Ronald, and they've started going to him now. Such a nice man, and they don't rip you off, you know, they want to work with you. Anyway, blah blah blah. So in it goes, and it was even not starting properly in the mornings, and the timing, it was like tick. Anyway, Lawrence picked it up this morning, and including the test, and he did some, you know, minor repairs. It was 180 something euro. So I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. We do need 2 new tyres before the winter, which are expensive because we get the all-weather tyres, so we don't have to change with the between the snow and the regular summer tyres, which is very normal over here. A lot of Dutch people do that. But if we get the all-weather, they cost more. Then we don't have the faff of, you know, taking them off each year, storing them somewhere. And actually, a lot of garage services do store them for you. But anyway, I'm waffling. Sorry, waffle. So anyway, it's come back. I've just got in it this morning, and it started like straight away. So to Lawrence, how is it driving? He said, great. The brakes are sharp. We've not had a service or anything. He's literally just done a few tweaks. So the timing's perfect. The brakes are sharp. And he said there's nothing wrong with it apart from, you know, it's getting old a bit and it needs 2 new tyres. So it passed. Today, so what Lawrence did, he dropped this off yesterday morning, and then it's walking distance, but I picked him up. So this morning, he drove in he's got the little car, there's the sort of zapping around car that we have, the Nipper. And he's took that into the garage this morning. So he dropped that off and picked the Chevy up. And the little nippy car is newer than this car, so we're hoping. But I've got a feeling there's something quite serious with it, like the suspension or something. We'll see. Gosh, what an expensive month. Luckily, I didn't spend, you know, anywhere near what I thought I was going to spend in Ibiza, mainly because I didn't do any shopping. Anyway, what else was I going to tell you? I think that was it. It's not stopped raining here, which is a little bit rubbish, because this week I haven't filmed any of it at all, and usually I would have done. It's feast week in my village, so in the centre there's a giant marquee, and every day there's community stuff going on, and then every night it's like party central. You know, there's DJs on, there's bands playing. I didn't even know it was on. I didn't even pay attention to it this year, because occasionally I do go for one night. I mean, you can buy like a week's ticket if you really wanted to. And it's different nights. Like Thursday night tends to be like the ladies' night, all the girls go. I think Saturday night, last night of it, you know, it's a lot of the youngsters. But anyway, whatever. I didn't know it was on. I didn't pay any attention to it. Sold out everywhere. And to be honest with you, I'm tired. I don't even fancy going in. I mean, I suppose if I begged around, I could get a ticket for tonight, because I know a lot of my the village girlfriends like Eliane and them, they think they've got tickets for tonight, but I don't. I'm just not in the mood. I'm still tired. But anyway, what we missed was the Light and Fire on the Water show. That's what it translates to. There was to kick off the opening of Feast Week. There's no religious thing attached to it. It's just a party week. There must be something, but I don't know what. Sorry, I'm talking really fast now because I'm almost at the hospital, and then I'll forget. The date kicks off is a fireworks show, and then if you have a boat, there's like a boat parade on the water. You light your boat up, and then you go and anchor up on the lake and you watch the fire show, or you can go from the shoreline and watch it, the fireworks show, and it's brilliant. We've only done it once. We couldn't do it because it was in Ibiza. Lawrence was debating whether to go, but went. I did something else with another friend. And then this Saturday is the closing of Feast Week. Which in the day it's a boat race. We have a special boat for our area that was actually used to transport flowers, called a pram, P-R-A-A-M, and it's and it has to have a special motor on it, and it's a special boat. And then it's like a carnival. It's like the closing ceremony of Feast Week, and then at night is the big party in the tent. So what I'm trying to tell you is we're either going to sail ourselves on Saturday along with the race, so not in the race but along with them, with the boats. It'd be really fun. Or Annika said she might have space on her boat, and then a friend of theirs who we also know, they're not like in our friends circle kind of thing, but we know them, have got they have an island on the lake which the race is passing by. So that's what we were going to do on Saturday, but with this rain now, gosh, I just don't know if it's going to be cancelled or not. Oh, the parking's pretty busy. I'm okay, I've got 10 minutes. So yeah, let's see. But it's been a, my gosh, I've never seen it this full. It's been pretty rubbish with the rain. Anyway, okay, I've got a space here. So let's see if we do go to the Feast Week, the pram race. That will be no doubt in next week's vlog. Even if we don't sail, I will try. I'll say to Lawrence, maybe we can hop on the bike and go. I think the start of the race is actually not far from our house, so we could even cycle over and watch it. It's really good fun. I don't know if any of it will be, or all of it will be appropriate for on camera, because some of the boats, there's usually a theme, but some of the boats are, let's just say, a little bit risque. So I'll have to see if I go, what we're going to film. Right, I'm at the hospital. I don't need a mask yet. I'll try and pop on when I'm done to let you know how it goes. Right, catch you later. Okay, I'm finished. I don't know if you can hear me. I've got the window open. My gosh, it's like an oven out there, or is it me? I don't know. It's just so humid. Bear with me. Right, I've got, that's what I want. I've got 3 more appointments, I think, or 2. I've got a follow-up on the 3rd for the 10s. November I'm going to have the cortisone, and then, yeah, there was 3. I've put them all in my agenda. So the 10s machine, I had a choice. It was like this bigger unit or this this little Bluetooth unit. So I installed the app with the lady whilst I was there and went through the programs. So, and I don't know, it was, Lawrence said something about 6 hours a day, but she said no, it's 30 minutes times 3. So I can do half an hour in the morning, half an hour like after work, and half an hour at bedtime. And then I just have to keep putting the intensity up, but I can wear the pads all day long. And I've got a spare set of pads as well. So I just can't shower or sleep in them. But there's loads of programs on this app. She said she'd moved the stickers as well to the pads, to the trapeze. You know, the big muscle behind the back of your shoulder. Because she said, do you have pain there? I said, oh my gosh, yeah. And she said, well, that's also, there's like an intense 20-minute TENS program you can do. So I'm going to have a good read of this app and see what else I can use it for. And if it's not too expensive and it works, I might consider getting one, but let's see, early days. I don't know, I'm still very sceptical about it, but you know, I'm willing to try anything. Right, I'm going to go home now, it's lunchtime. I'm going to have something to eat, I'm starving. And then I'm working for the rest of the day. Overcast here, but it's the white grey sky that blinds me. So I'm wearing black. There's a reason for it. Maybe you think I'm silly, but it meant something to me. So in YouTube land today, yesterday, the nation and the world had received the sad news that Queen Elizabeth II had passed away. So in my time now, that was yesterday, late afternoon we had the news, although senior royals were en route to Balmoral, which is where she was staying. Very, very mixed emotions. On one hand, my brain was saying, you know, she's 96, she's had a good innings, as a cricket term. I don't know why you always say it. A good innings means that you've had a good run for your money, you know, your money, you've played well. So she had a good innings, she was 96, but also, and it was wrapped up on all the news reports this morning, a similar sentiment. I don't know, just had this feeling that she would be around forever, even though she was a, you know, especially this year, a little frail old lady. I don't know, it's just so surreal. But yeah, obviously I did have a cry. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Many of you will know, especially if you've been around a while, that I do support the royal family. Not all of them, but most of them. And yeah, so by the time you're watching this, I don't think the funeral would have happened, so I think it's like 10 days, I think. Or maybe it's 10 days to the coronation. So yes, we have a new king. King Charles III is the new monarch. Will he be a good king? I don't know. I hope he will be. Let's wait and see. Never really been a fan of Charles, but I suppose that's tainted with the whole Princess Diana era, who I was a huge fan of. But I must say, I think he was way ahead of his time, you know, when everybody was calling him like a, you know, like a loony because he was concerned about the environment. And actually, you know, all the things that he was, you know, lobbying for, campaigning for, educating, you know, anyone who'd listen for, actually, they're really important issues right now. So, I don't know, progressive? Let's see. let's see. Am I looking forward to the funeral? Yes and no. I mean, it's a huge moment in history. I stayed in all day and watched Prince Philip's funeral. I will definitely not miss the Queen's. But I don't know, it just feels it's important to at least watch it. It's sort of like closure, I think. Is that strange? Anyway, so just marking my little nod to the Queen. Even though I don't live in that country anymore, I am still British. I have a British passport and I'm very much identified as British. And yeah, this is my little nod to the Queen, and thank you for your service and never failing duty. So yeah, God bless and R.I.P. the Queen. Okay, well, business as usual. Back to the vlog. I'm on the way to the market. It's Friday, as you probably would have seen on the screen. I'm going to meet Linda. We're going to have a catch up. I've not seen her for weeks. So we're going to have a coffee, catch up. And the reason I'm going to the market and she's not come to my house or I'm going to hers is I need to go to the market for one thing only, a 2mm crochet hook. Ooh, living on the edge. I'm hoping the wool man's there. Oh, it's raining. Oh, but I have an umbrella in the car. And I hope he's got a 2mm crochet hook. In case you're wondering if you're a crafter, I should do a podcast really. I haven't done much, but I've been doing like little bits of things. I'm crocheting a mermaid. I don't know if I mentioned it in this vlog at all. I really don't remember if I did. So if I did, excuse me. Either I've already edited this out or, you know, you listen to me repeat myself. But whilst I was in Ibiza, I won, I entered a competition on Instagram, which I do all the time. I have won a few things, but I also think it's nice to support, you know, other crafters and makers. And I won an amigurumi pattern. In case you know, amigurumi is a toy made from yarn. So knitted toys and crochet toys all come under the umbrella of amigurumi. Anyway, I won a pattern from a pattern designer of a mermaid. It's super cute. So I'll share all that in the next podcast. But anyway, the pattern calls for a 2mm hook, which I have several of, and they're all like these thin, you know, a little bit bendy ones, and they're really hurting my finger. So I think I need a Knit Pro or a Prim, you know, something a bit sturdier. These are just these, you know, they're like non-brand. You know, these metal ones coated in grey paint, which I actually like using those kind of neat hooks, I should say. But yeah, not the spindly ones. So that's what I'm doing. Weather forecast is really crummy. The whole weekend it's set to rain. And I checked the rain radar before I left and there was no rain forecasted until this afternoon about 3 o'clock, and now it's raining, though it's like spitting. It's not cold, but it's definitely a lot cooler. So yeah, autumn is definitely here, although it's still looking pretty green here at the moment. But no doubt that will all change. For the rest of the weekend, no plans. I think I spoke about the pram race. I don't know if we're going to go and watch that now. I think we were going to go either on our boat or Annika's boat. But yeah, tomorrow the weather forecast is terrible. It's going to be raining all day and even thunder, I thought, in the afternoon. What I might suggest to Lawrence, I'll see how he feels, is if we go to where our boat is moored, we, at the end of the strip of land, we can actually, the pram race will pass us. So I might suggest to Lawrence that we go down to the boat. He has to go anyway and pump it out because we don't cover it. And we can see a little bit of the race going by. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, if that happens, that will be in tomorrow's vlog. Right, I'm en route. If anything exciting happens, I will tell you all about it. hope you enjoyed this week's vlog, and I hope you enjoyed the trip to Ibiza. I had a great time. It was, I think, with 4-night break we had, 5 days, 4 nights, and we really crammed a lot in, and there was so much more we could have done, but to be honest with you, it was so hot. I was very happy that we visited, you know, a new beach every day and other stuff besides, so super happy with that. The girls were amazing. They took such great care of me because, you know, as you know, I've been struggling with my health, and I do have arthritis, and it's very hilly. You know, if you want to visit and you're not steady on your feet, you're not a good walker, I'd probably say it's not the place for you. But the girls were so sweet. They really, you know, they took great care of me. If we parked somewhere where it was a long walk or a bit hilly, they would drop me in the bags off first, and then, you know, so really, if you're watching, love you girls, you were so amazing. So yeah, that's the end of this week's vlog. And if you are new, no, my channel is not a travel channel, it's a vlog. But yeah, it just so happens that the last few weeks has been very sort of travel-ish, I should say. And if you're one of the OGs, welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Finally, we got to go to Ibiza after what, 2 years in the planning? Right, at this point, well, if you are new and you haven't yet done so, maybe you want to consider subscribing. That would be great. Join our lovely community. If you write a comment, I always read everyone and I try to reply back. You know, it might take a while, but I do reply back. And if you've not done so already, if you hit the bell somewhere on your screen, it depends on what device you're watching on, you'll receive a notification every time there's a new video. Right, at this point, I hope you've all had a good week. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!